Hey guys, this is Luke Tribble, secondary coach at Harding University. I'm going to show you some film here of our safeties playing their flat-footed quarters technique against the pass. Here you can see both of our safeties in a good stance, 10 to 12 yards from the line of scrimmage. They're square, they're bent, but they're relaxed in an athletic stance. They're going to key offensive linemen. They see hi-hat. They both hinge, step, open their hips, and begin to shuffle. They're going to shuffle vertically at a speed based on the number 2 receiver's posture and speed. And they're going to try to close down the gap to get the right amount of leverage so that they can either take away an inside route, pin a receiver trying to run a seam. By that we mean cut them off and man turn. Or if they get a corner route, they want to work over the top of it. See one more time here. Open, shuffle, shuffle. And we tell them to be slow to the corner because their corner is going to help them out with that. Got to know where their help's at all times. Here our rover playing 2 read into the boundary. He's in a good stance there. He sees hi-hat, and he takes that hinge step. As a coach, like we said in the article, I don't need to see the offense to know if it's run or pass. I should just be able to watch that safety's outside foot. He opens, it's pass, shuffles, and drives a dig. It's a good end zone shot of the shuffle here. Now, the shuffle is going to look different with different safeties. There's not a hard, fast rule on the speed or horizontal movement with our shuffle. This guy right here had played corner earlier in his career. He was a great athlete, so he didn't need to give as much ground. You see here, he gets a dig. He gives about 2 yards of ground and makes the play there on about a 7-yard dig. He was a great athlete. He was very confident in his ability to run with any vertical route. So he didn't need to give as much ground. And it's all about feel. We're always working that shuffle in practice versus every type of vertical route. We got to be able to take away the inside routes with our positioning, cut off the corner, and pin the seam, like I said earlier. Here our free safety at the top gets a route at the sticks. If you notice here, he takes his hinge step, but he doesn't give any ground. He just buzzes his feet. It's a feel thing. He sees this receiver's posture. His chest is straight up. He knows that guy's not pushing vertical, so he doesn't need to give ground. And those safeties, with how much we work that, they get a really good feel for routes and posture and how much ground they need to give. All right, here's a clip from our bowl game this year. Our rover into the boundary makes a great play against the scissors concept, something we work on a lot. The advantage of this technique is it allows our safety, his hips open, to see the number 1 receiver and the number 2 receiver. He sees the stem of those routes. He recognizes that route combination, communicates to the corner, and makes a big play. Earlier, we watched our safeties work over the top of the corner route. Here, our opponent comes back with a double move, a corner post. And until the very end, our safety plays exactly like we want him to. He takes a great angle to get over top of that corner route, but he's not too fast. Now, he doesn't beat the receiver out there. Receiver comes back inside, he's in great position. Usually we'll man turn that. the angle coming from the post is really flat. He ends up in the right spot. He's just got to finish. It's the end zone shot. So our progression of working the shuffle in practice, if we work all the vertical routes first, we'll start 5 yards away, get the feel for it, then we'll go 10 yards away full speed. Then we'll work that battle drill, like I talked about earlier, my favorite drill. Then we'll also throw this in here. We'll throw number 2 running a short route, so then our safety has to know the angles he needs to take to rob number 1. And some weeks we won't immediately rob number 1 based on game plan. Some weeks we'll square up and let the quarterback take us to where we need to go. Here he's shuffling on number 2. He gets a pivot. His eyes go straight to number 1. He knows the corner's over the top, so he can take an aggressive angle there. That's an example 1 of him playing his shuffle the right way, but it's also just a savvy play. We spend a lot of time just talking ball with those guys, talking big picture. The more they can understand the jobs of their corners and their linebackers and strong safety, the better they can do their job. All right, here's a third and 5. Our safety here is shuffling on number 3, an empty coverage we're playing. He reads pass, immediately takes that hinge step, and you'll see, like we talked about, his eyes and his feet are connected. That's a great example there of that outside foot opening up and his eyes going straight to his receiver. And we tell those guys never cover grass. Okay, we're never going to back up, just a back up. He gets help from his linebacker. He finds work, and we're able to get off the field there on 3rd down.